Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for joining me here today for a new pick a card reading. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome in. My name is Melissa, and today's reading is going to be digging into your May 2022 love life prediction. So what we'll be doing in today's reading is taking a look into just any major themes, energies, events, or people of significance potentially headed your way during the month of May with regard to your love life specifically. So keep in mind, with this being more of that predictive style reading, that this outlook is really showing you what's projected to head your way based off of the current energy. So if you do see anything in this video today that you feel a little bit like, I don't really want to receive that, just keep in mind that you are in charge of your own future, right? So you can always change up your actions, change up your energy a little bit, and manifest a totally different outcome for yourself than what is predicted out for you in this reading. Also keep in mind, you guys, with these readings being more general in nature, there may be a possibility that not every message in a pile is meant for you. So always use your intuition to take what resonates with you and leave behind anything that doesn't. If you do want to book a more personal reading, all the details on how you can do so will be linked in the description box down below. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our deck, or actually today we're doing a card selection. I'm going to be shuffling most of the decks on camera. So starting off here on the left, we have pile number 1 with some beautiful pink Himalayan salts. For pile number 2, we have this beautiful piece of citrine. Okay. And then for pile number 3, we have this beautiful smoky quartz. So I want you guys to take a deep breath. Think about your love life. Go ahead and select the deck or the card or crystal you're feeling the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box below where you'll find a timestamp that will skip you straight away to your reading. See y'all there. Hey guys, so if you picked on pile number 1 with this, beautiful pink Himalayan salts, this is going to be your May love life reading. So we're going to start with the first 2 cards here. This is going to kind of give us like the overall energy of what's headed your way as you navigate this month. So first we start off with the energy of deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. And then we also have the energy of seeing beyond. Okay, this is already telling us a really interesting story about your love life. So I think something really interesting that's happening for you guys this month, a major theme that you guys are working with, is being able to trust in your own intuition, being able to trust in what you know to be true, okay? I feel like you guys are potentially dealing with a person this month who may not be totally being themselves. You know, especially how it says wearing a false self mask. So it's like this person is like pretending or putting on a show. Like they're pretending to be someone that they're not. They might be putting on a little bit of an act. And this doesn't necessarily have to be totally like bad and nefarious in nature. We are going to get more insight here in just a minute. But a lot of times when people do this, it's because they have a fear of being vulnerable. They have a fear of showing their true selves, or maybe even this person has a fear of showing you what their true intentions are because maybe they know that like whatever they really want, you're not going to be down for, or they're afraid you might reject them. Okay, so the seeing beyond card is really interesting because this is all about the third eye. So this is about being able to trust in your gut instincts, being able to trust in your intuition. So I kind of feel like as the situation plays out this month, you guys are really learning and trusting yourself. And you're starting to see this person a lot more clearly for what they actually are. You know, maybe this is the type of situation where like in the past, you know, you always felt like there's maybe something a little bit off or a little bit mysterious about this person. But I feel like by the ending of this month, like this is all about you seeing them exactly for what they are. So it's almost like you guys can just see through the mask that they're putting on, which is good. So I'm going to let's pull some tarot cards. We are going to shuffle for reversals today just so we can get a little bit more like nuance to the story. But what we're going to do next is just kind of look at like how your month in love is going to play out, and we'll just kind of see how this situation evolves for you as you navigate through the month. So what is pile one's love life going to look like with regard to this energy this month? How are these events going to play out for them? Oop. All right. So we've got a Princess of Swords, Curiosity. We have a Three of Discs. This is the Three of Pentacles. 10 of Swords in reverse. And the Judgment card. And at the bottom of the deck, we do have the King of Cups in reverse. So already, I feel like this is a good sign with this King of Cups at the bottom, because what I feel is that you all are starting to sort of emotionally detach yourself from this person or the situation. And that is key, I think, when it comes to being able to really see things clearly for what they are. Maybe, I feel like for a lot of you guys, this could have been a person that you felt really emotional about in the past, or like, and actually, for some of you guys, this may not even be a specific person. It could just be this energy, right? Like of learning to be able to see through the false masks that people put up. So it may not be pertaining to like a specific connection for some of you. It's more just like learning how to navigate this new energy. But like, there's definitely a vibe here that I'm getting that for some of you guys, maybe this was a person that you had like felt a really deep emotional connection with, or maybe this person is someone that you always felt had feelings for you, but they just weren't very good at expressing them. So either way, like you guys are kind of switching off that emotional side of yourself as it pertains to this connection, and turning on more of the logical side of yourself, which is going to help you to see through it. So starting off here at the beginning of the month, I definitely feel that you guys are asking more questions with the Princess of Swords. This is all about kind of remaining skeptical. This is about not being afraid to have a conversation or get something off of your chest that's been maybe concerning you or bothering you. I also see this as a social media card at times too. So for some of you guys, maybe some of this energy that you're experiencing this month, it's stemming from like things you've seen on social media that maybe are starting to lift the veil for you with regard to this person, or have you question them a little bit more. But I do feel like with this questioning that you're asking, the questions that you're asking, this energy of skepticism, there is still an energy of wanting to like work together with this person and try to figure it out, okay? Because the Three of Pentacles is definitely about collaboration and coming together, working together, trying to find solutions. It's like a teamwork card, which is really good. And for some of you guys, this person or a situation you're dealing with could be like a person that you work with Pentacles coming through here. But either way, like Three of Pentacles is going to feel a little bit more slow moving, especially here with this Princess of Swords. So it's like at the beginning of the month, it's like you're slowly starting to get the wheels turning, trying to ask questions, trying to work with this person, remaining detached and skeptical though. As you guys move toward the ending of the month of May, we move into this 10 of Swords in reverse. So it's like whatever has happened in the past with this person or situation, you guys are starting to get over this, right? I think you're seeing that through collaboration and working together, asking questions, things can be repaired. Like you can feel better about the situation. You can kind of pick yourself up and try again or move forward in a really positive way. But at the ending of the month here with Judgment, I definitely see you guys being more in like a decision-making phase, right? And with this being the only major arcana card that's popped up for you out of all of your tarot, I would say the Judgment card is kind of like the most key theme of the events you're dealing with this month with this person or this situation. Because Judgment is all about like, look at this, how the swan is sort of looking in the mirror at its reflection. I feel like you guys are looking at this relationship and looking at yourselves in the mirror and really asking yourself like, okay, is this the situation that is my situation? Can I continue to work with this person and make this work? Is this really the right fit for me is what I feel you're asking. It's like you're doing a review. It's like a review of the relationship to try to figure out what you want to do next, okay? Judgment is also when we're nearing the ending of a cycle, right? Because right after this comes the World card, which is all about completion. So it's like, I think you guys know that something in your love life is needing to change. And it's just about gathering enough information and seeing what can be worked on before you make your final choice. So let's pull some of these little arrows of love cards for you guys. Get some more insight here into your love life for this month. For pile one. It's interesting too because you guys picked that pink Himalayan salt crystal, which is, for me, it's always about like purification, purifying your space, purifying your energy, purifying this connection. All right, let's see. So we do have partnership coming up here. So it definitely feels like there is a partner of significance. I also have to mention that you guys have the swan coming up twice here. So a swan spirit animal, maybe of significance. I'm going to look that up for you guys in a second here so we can kind of see like what that means for you. Let's get another one of these. We also have in the spotlight, attention. Interesting. So I'm wondering if, like, you know, kind of going back to that energy of deception, a lot of times this energy of being in the spotlight, it's like people will put on a facade for the masses, or maybe you or this person kind of has one personality that you put forth to the public versus a different side of yourselves in private. So I wonder if you guys are trying to figure out this month whether this person's public persona and the mask that they put out to others is really right for you. You know, yeah, like it's almost like whatever this person's face is that they put out to you and they put out to the world, you're seeing through it and trying to kind of get deeper with them is what I'm feeling. Hold on a second, guys. I'm going to look up the swan off camera really quick. All right, so I found something online about swan spirit animals. So we have a few really interesting synchronicities that are coming up here with some of the other things in your reading. So we've got awakening the power of self, understanding dream symbol, seeing into the future, spiritual evolution, developing intuitive abilities. You guys see, so it's like a lot of these energies have to do specifically with this third eye. So it's like something about this month is really like awakening your third eye. It's like being able to really trust more clearly in your intuition and see through kind of like the facade that people or a specific person in general is putting out to you. This is also like a really empowering energy too, because it's like, I think a lot of times deep down we know how someone truly is, but maybe like they put out a certain persona or they look a certain way physically and we're like, oh, we just kind of, you know, ignore it. No, like this month you're finally seeing the truth of who this person really, really is, which is going to be very empowering for you going forward. So let's go ahead and see. Get a couple more of these for group one. Okay. Wishful thinking. So there's kind of like this energy of feeling like, I don't know, like there's an energy of like trying to be realistic about the situation, I think too, with that wishful thinking card. So it's like whatever's going on here with this person, even though you may hope for something more, you're almost feeling like very skeptical about it. We have friends with benefits at most. You see, I feel like this person is they might be putting up a front that they want a more like committed relationship when really that's not exactly what they want, you know? And a lot of times, you guys, people don't realize, some people out there can be manipulative about it, but like a lot of times people don't realize when they're putting forth this energy. You know, people might not be totally awakened yet and they think that they want a relationship when really all they have the ability to give is friends with benefits. So I just feel like I need to say that to someone out there, because it definitely feels like you might be spending a lot of time with this person with that partnership card coming up. And I feel like this person probably feels really good in your presence or they wouldn't continue to come around you. But they may not even be fully aware of their own limitations around relationships right now. So I think that's kind of what you guys are learning to see within them. So let's go ahead and we're going to close this out with a few of these divine feminine healing messages just to see what else you guys need to know about your love life this month. And then we will be good to go. So for group one, what else do my viewers for pile one need to know about their love life this month? All right, we have alienation. This says the act of isolation stems from fear of intimacy. Do not take this behavior personally or try to force anyone to open up. Yeah, that's it, you guys. Like, excuse me. I definitely feel that this person this month it's like there's this energy of like trying to work with them, trying to communicate, trying to ask questions, right? This person just may not be in a space where they're really ready for a more intimate, meaningful, deep connection. And I think that's what this whole month is about, is like you learning to kind of like not reveal that, but you're revealing that through trusting in your intuition. So I think we're going to go ahead and close it out there for you, group one, but I would really love to hear from you in the comments, like what you feel this relates to in your love life this month. So please share your feedback below. Thank you all so much for taking the time to view today's reading. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and hit the bell so that you guys know when I upload. And I will talk to you in a new one really soon. Bye. Hey there, group two. If you guys picked out this beautiful citrine stone, then this is going to be your love life reading for the month of May. So we are going to go ahead and start off with these two cards here. These are going to kind of like represent the overall themes or energies of your month, and then we will continue on with some more cards. So we'll start here. So for group two, we have give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership, and then we have ears wide open. Okay, so already automatically off the bat, it feels like you guys this month are working with a partner on your connection. So there's an energy here of either like reconciling with a partner from the past, or there's an energy here of like working on issues in a connection. Maybe for some of you guys, like this is a connection that's never really quite got off the ground just yet either. But there's definitely this energy of needing to collaborate together, work together, be more partners, be more in sync with each other. I always have to laugh too. These cards are very 80s to me. Like, look at her hair and her eyeshadow. No shade. I live for it, but it's kind of interesting. And with the ears wide open here, this is making me feel like a theme that you guys are working through this month in this partnership is being able to listen a little bit better. Excuse me. You know, something huge in relationships that I think a lot of people struggle with is being able to communicate and really understand one another. So I definitely feel as though communication is something of significance here, but communicating is not always just about like talking and getting your point across. It's also about listening, because when we listen to someone and we quiet our voice, it really allows us to fully understand their position and their perspective. I'm sure we've all been in a situation before where like we're trying to just like explain something, but we keep getting interrupted, or we feel like the person is either like listening to us just so that they can respond versus to understand. So I feel like this month is more about like listening to your partner to understand where they're coming from and vice versa. And going back to my 80s comment, she is wearing blue. She's wearing a blue dress and blue eyeshadow. So this is telling me like throat chakra, communication, again, is really important to this relationship this month. So let's go ahead and shuffle your, excuse me, sorry guys, your tarot cards and get some more insight into how this might play out this month. Whew. It's interesting, like I've been coughing a lot already in your reading, which is making me feel like, again, your throat chakra, your communication is really being highlighted here this month. All right, so we have a 7 of Pentacles. Excuse me. We have a Temperance card. We have the Devil card. And the Emperor. Okay. Hold on a second, guys. Sorry about that, you guys. I couldn't stop coughing, so I went to go get a cough drop. So if you hear that in my mouth, I do apologize. So let's get into kind of like how your month is going to play out here. So we have the 7 of Pentacles with the Temperance card coming in at the beginning of the month of May. I feel like a huge theme for you guys at the beginning of the month of May is patience. Both the 7 of Pentacles and the Temperance card speak of patience. It speaks of like waiting until the right timing before acting or before harvesting, right? So I think this month, at the beginning of the month of May, is when you're kind of starting to put a little bit more initial effort into this connection. We have perseverance here. So again, this is kind of making me feel for a lot of you guys that like maybe you and this person, maybe you've put effort into this connection in the past, but it still is new, is kind of the energy I feel here. And I feel like with Temperance coming in here, this is all about allowing things to kind of happen in divine timing. Taking your time is huge. So I wouldn't be surprised if this connection has felt like really slow moving up until this point and may continue to feel pretty slow moving, especially toward the beginning of the month of May. Temperance is also talking about being able to, what's the word I'm looking for? Alchemize or balance or kind of integrate energies together. So I also kind of wonder if you and this person might have some like differences between you or some opposite sort of energies. And the reason maybe things are going so slow is because we're trying to see if like we can really integrate them in a healthy way. Very peaceful energy though. Now, as we move later on into the month of May, we have the Devil card and then we have the Emperor card. So with the Devil card being here, I definitely feel that there is like a huge amount of attraction in this connection. And it's like the way that I'm reading this, we have like with Pentacles energy being here, Devil energy being here, and Temperance in the middle. It's like I'm almost wondering if you guys this month are trying to kind of balance the more practical, more tangible effort side of this connection with the passionate or like more sexual side of this connection, if that makes sense. Like there's something about this connection that feels very addictive is what I feel. It feels very addictive. And that can mean different things to different people. It can be addictive in like the passionate sense for some of you. I also see this as being addicted to like knowing the outcome of something, like really wanting to know what's going to happen or being obsessed with the relationship in some way. And as you guys close out the end of the month of May, we have the Emperor card here, which is, for me, it's talking about boundaries. But also with it being next to the Devil card, I'm also kind of reading this as like an energy of like obsessing over needing to know the outcome or obsessing over control. Like wanting to be in control of the situation. And it doesn't mean that someone is like being controlling or anything like that. It just means that like there's like this internal energy of needing to know what's going on. It's more of an energy versus like an action that you're taking or they're taking. I want to see, let's go ahead and go in with a couple more of these oracle cards just to get some more clarity and insight here. But I definitely feel that boundaries are going to be really important here in this connection because there's definitely like this obsessive sort of like energy here. And so with the Emperor being there, it's almost like I feel at the ending of the month of May, there's an effort being made here to be more, maybe more independent with one another, kind of like working on your own lives outside of this connection so that you don't feel as enmeshed. Okay. So we've got the Arrows of Love. Yeah. So there's definitely like a chemistry energy coming through here really strong here with that Cupid card. You guys might feel like you've been struck by Cupid. And that's kind of where this like obsessive energy is coming in. Let's get one more. There we have Up in Smoke. Interesting. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have Available. Yeah, it's like, I'm almost wondering for some of you guys if by the ending of the month of May, this Emperor energy could be talking about like you being more independent, right? Like there's something about this connection, even though there's like this desire to work on it, I do feel that there's a need here to be more independent from this person or to sort of detach yourself from this situation a little bit. And I think that you guys may come to that realization at the end of the month here with the Emperor card because it's like even just like the way that the wolf is like the lone wolf sitting by himself and has his back to this energy of the connection leading up until this point. Like, it's almost like the wolf is turning his back on the devil, you know? So it's like we have up in smoke here because there's this like desire to be more independent and to have better boundaries with this person. So let's get a couple more here. I want to grab some of these little Archer's love cards so we can get some more insight. Okay. We have you can do better. Yeah. And then we also have could be your person. It's interesting, you guys, because there's a lot of this like conflicting energy here. You know what I mean? I think the vibe this month is like you're trying to work with this person to see like how it could go. We also have commitment rings at the bottom. So there's certainly an energy here of wanting commitment, but I keep going back to this ears wide open. I feel like you guys are kind of like keeping your ears perked and really listening to this person to see like what they're really about and how it's really going to be. Especially if this has been more of like a passionate connection in the past, you guys might have connected more on like a physical level versus really like paying close attention. Like when there's a lot of chemistry and passion with someone, sometimes we like don't notice the little things they say and do, right? And so I feel like that's kind of the energy this month with this connection. It's like you guys have your ears perked because you're really paying attention to what they say and do because you want to see, like, I think there's this vibe of like feeling that there's a lot of potential for this connection to go the distance. But I also kind of wonder if ultimately you guys are discovering this month that you might be able to do better for yourself than what this person has to offer. So let's close things out here with one of these divine feminine healing messages just to see like what else you, my viewer, needs to know. And let's take a look. We have soul cleanse. I embrace my emotions. So yeah, I think, you know, however you guys are feeling about the situation, you're kind of paying closer attention to that, I feel. And look at this here at the bottom. We have imprint. My soul has chosen you for this important lesson for healing and ascension purposes. I thank you for our time together. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting, guys. It almost feels like by the end of the month, you've realized that there's nothing more that you can learn from this situation. So it's like you tried, you know, you're listening to your intuition, you're listening to your emotions, but ultimately I feel like you're leaving this connection at the end of the month or distancing yourself from it because you're seeing the truth for what it is. And this is about helping you learn a lesson, like the card says, for your soul's ascension purposes. So it's like once you've dealt with this energy and you've learned this energy, you're going to be better moving into the next connection is what I feel. More discerning, more wise, whatever the case is. And I also have to point out, with you guys choosing the citrine, this is all about like boosting self-confidence, boosting happiness, and it draws in prosperity and abundance into your life. So it's like, I definitely feel that you guys who chose my group too, you have a lot of potential to really attract in the type of connection that you truly desire for yourself. And so this situation, I think, is just helping you to become much more discerning and much more confident in yourselves, you know, like much more confident in your own ability to navigate situations and see things for what they really are, and to be able to be independent outside of a relationship in general. Like being independent until you see the behavior that's appropriate, that you deserve. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and close it out there, group 2, but I would definitely love to hear from you in the comments how this reading resonates. So let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe if you're not already and hit the bell so that you guys know when I'm uploading new content. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to view today's reading, and I'll see you in another one really soon. Bye. Hey there, pile number 3. If you guys picked out this beautiful little smoky quartz cluster, this will be your love reading for the month of May. So let's go ahead and start with these 2 cards here. These are going to kind of signify the overall energy or themes that you're working with this month, and then I'm going to pull from some other decks here as we move along to get more insight. All right, so for group 3, you guys get finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life. And then we also have the time machine coming up. So this is interesting. So when we see finances and career coming up in a love reading, usually what this means is that you guys, though there might be connections coming in for you or someone that you're dating, it usually means that Spirit is drawing your attention to other matters. So I kind of feel like for my group 3 viewers that this month in love, love might actually be taking more on the back burner because it feels like Spirit is wanting you guys to focus more on your financial stability, your career, your foundation. Now, we're going to get more insight here in a second because this could relate to another person, another partner or something like that. But just initially, my impressions here is that like you guys are more focused on your own prosperity and abundance this month. And with the time machine coming out, this is interesting because like this energy of the time machine really speaks to the past, right? It really speaks to the past and kind of like reminding ourselves that we've already learned certain lessons through certain energetic connections with people. And so I do feel like for some of you guys, there could be this energy of someone from the past coming back this month. Or this can be talking about a familiar energy that you've already experienced presents itself to you this month. And so because this energy is familiar and you've kind of already learned this lesson, it almost feels like this could be taking the back burner in your life because you're like, whatever, this is around me, but like, I got to work on my money and my finances right now is sort of the vibe. So I want to see just like more insight here with the tarot. So the tarot cards, excuse me, these are going to kind of help us to see kind of how your month is going to pan out with regard to this energy we're looking at here. Yeah, because there's definitely like an energy of saying like, I'm not going to repeat the same mistake from the past. I'm not going to go down that same path again with this person or situation. Like I've got more important things on my plate. So let's see. For group 3, excuse me. So we've got a Prince of Wands. We have a Four of Wands. Justice in reverse. King of Pentacles in reverse. There's that finances. And then we've got the Princess of Discs at the bottom. So this is interesting too, guys, because in this deck, the Princess of Discs or the Page of Pentacles is manifestation. I feel like there's an undertone of you guys possibly manifesting this energy into your life. So like, again, with the time machine, I almost feel like for this group, maybe you guys have been so wrapped up in your work or will be so wrapped up in your work and so focused on career. Maybe there's an energy of not having been in a connection for a while for some of you. And so it's like you keep thinking about the past or ruminating on the past or thinking about a person or situation that you miss or that never quite got off the ground and thus manifesting that situation back into your life. So it's interesting here because at the beginning of your month, we have the Prince of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands. And this says instigation with the Four of Wands, celebration. So the Prince of Wands, this is a very fiery, passionate energy. So this can be talking about maybe you guys connecting with someone that has this really passionate, fiery energy and feeling really good about it, like leaving the door kind of open for it. Maybe feeling like there's a future potential with this person. And that would make a lot of sense because the Knight of Wands is a very like whirlwind romance type of energy. And like when we're in this energy, it feels so good. It's like an intoxicating energy. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of impulsiveness here. With it saying instigation, that was interesting. So it's like, it's almost like maybe you guys are instigating this with someone, or maybe this is that person instigating with you. Because I also see you guys again as like being more focused on your foundation, right? Like your stability in life. And then maybe this person just kind of comes in on a whim, and like you weren't really even looking for it because you're worried about your career right now. But there's definitely a lot of fun energy with this. Like, this is like the fun beginning of like a very passionate connection. There could also be travel here. Maybe you guys meet this person while you're traveling, while you're working or something like that. But there's certainly an energy of things feeling very good at the beginning of the month. Now, as your month progresses here with the Justice in reverse, this is kind of taking me back to this time machine energy, you guys, because the Justice card for me is all about like lessons. It's about karmic lessons. It's about like doing the right thing by someone. So with it coming up in reverse, this is kind of making me feel like there's something about this energy that you've already dealt with in the past. You're familiar with this energy. You've learned this lesson already. And I think that as you guys move through the ending of the month of May, you're going to start to see that there's something imbalanced with this connection. A lot of times that's the case with these more passionate connections. It's like they burn really, really hot and really, really fast, but then they go out just as fast, right? So sort of by the ending of the month of May, there's this energy of realizing this and seeing that something's a little bit off balance here. And with the, this is the King of Pentacles in reverse. This is kind of going back to that energy of finances and money, right? Like the King of Pentacles in reverse can be talking about you guys, right? Because we do have the energy of like financial issues. So this could be you guys kind of realizing at the end of the month, like, this energy doesn't work for me. I need to be getting back to work. This can also be talking about the person you're connecting with. You know, maybe this person is a really fun, passionate, kind of like youthful energy, very impulsive, likes to sweep you off your feet. But when it comes to their own stability, they don't have it together, is what I feel. And so maybe this is an energy you guys have dealt with before from another person, or maybe you've dealt with this same person in the past and the story is kind of playing out the same. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. So let's go ahead. We're going to go in with some of these other oracle cards just to get some more information here. Let's see. All right. Interesting. So we do have gamble here. And I feel like with that Knight of Wands, that's how this feels. It's like, it's very exciting. It's like you're taking a risk by connecting with this person. Like there's an edginess here to this connection. We also have Heart on Lockdown. I also wonder too if the gamble energy may not have to do with either you or this person's finances. You know what I mean? Like there's something about money that's definitely showing here. But with gambling, it's always about like taking that risk. Like if you don't take the risk, you never really know. So I wonder if you guys kind of feel like, yeah, this energy feels familiar. This is definitely gonna be a risk with me getting involved with it. But it's like, maybe you just need some fun in your life is kind of the vibe I'm getting. Because we also have Rendezvous at the bottom. And look at this. We have satin sheets underneath that. So there's definitely a lot of chemistry that you feel with this person. But ultimately, it's like with the Heart on Lockdown, there's an element of like emotional unavailability here, or like someone just not really being able to totally open up their heart to the other. This could be both of you guys, or it could be you guys kind of like coming to this realization at the ending of the month that it's like, this person just isn't going to give me what I want. You know, because I do feel that you guys, my viewers, I feel like you guys are open and like ready for love. You know, I feel like you guys would have a lot to offer someone else. I feel like you guys do have your emotional well-being together. And with you guys being so focused on career, this just leads me to believe that you all are in a more elevated position in life because you're taking your own matters seriously. So it's like in order for you to engage with someone, I feel like you guys want this person, but in the upright. Like a partner that's going to be able to provide you stability, security, reciprocity, that's going to take care of you. Side note, doesn't he look just like Chadwick Boseman? I always think that when I look at this card. But like, you guys are wanting the Knight of Pentacles in the upright. And if it's not that for you, then I feel like you will shut down. Because it's only so much you can take of the Prince of Wands, you know? So let's see. Let's get a couple more of these cards here. We have spiritual bond. So you're definitely, that kind of goes back to this manifestation card, you guys, at the bottom of the deck. Like, there's definitely some sort of like spiritual connection that you have with this person, because I feel like you kind of manifest them back into your life, whether knowingly or not. Let's see. This one also says attention seeking. So interesting. This could be talking about your energy or their energy. This could be talking about them trying to get your attention. When I see attention seeking, though, I usually kind of see it in like a not necessarily the best light, you know? Like people seeking attention because they don't feel like doing behaviors that are attention seeking because they feel insecure is like the energy I get from that. So let's go ahead. We're going to close it out with one of these Divine Feminine Healing cards, just to see like what else you all need to know about your love life this month. Okay, well, that one flew right out, so we're going to take it. We have Huntress. I know what I want, and I'm no longer afraid to get it. Wow, that's powerful energy. And that's sort of the energy I'm getting, you guys. It's like, I think that you, my viewers, have a pretty clear idea of like the type of connection that you're looking for, that you're wanting. And I think that you're willing to like allow people in. But if it's not someone that's going to really fit or fulfill your needs, there's like this energy of saying no thank you with the Justice card reversed, and being able to just detach from it and ask for better of yourself. It's like you guys definitely come across as having very high self-esteem. At the bottom of the deck, we have unavailable. This rejection is for my divine protection. So yeah, with that Justice card reversed, ultimately, if this connection doesn't work out for you, I think there is a realization here that it doesn't really matter, because if what's meant for you will be for you, right? Rejection is divine protection. When a door closes, it doesn't mean that there aren't other doors that are going to open for you that are better. So we're going to go ahead and close it out there, group 3, but I would love to hear from you in the comments kind of how this message resonates with you and your situation. So definitely let me know. Please do subscribe and hit the bell so that you guys know when I'm uploading new content. And I'll catch you all in a new reading very soon. Bye.